In this video, yes, it's a bit misleading and over-exaggerated with the title and thumbnail, but hey look, I'm going to explain to you guys how you can actually manipulate S-Class abilities and how you can do various little snippets because of the S-Class ability transfer. Unlike the, well, actually in a sense you can actually skip corners, and I'll show you guys how you can do stuff. So depending on what you want to see, you can look in the description for the time skip. If you get confused somewhere, let me know in the comments so I can break it down to you guys and help you out and get you to understand why this is in a certain way or how you can actually do certain things. So, we're gonna go talk to Monica and our Doodoo. I am talking to Doodoo. I'm on block 39. There's an affix week going on, so there's a bunch of people surrounding him right now, or they're gonna go to the other block and go surround Monica instead. Depends on which poison you want to go for. So I'm gonna talk to Doodoo. Now, the option to do the special ability transfer is the fourth option over here. You're going to click on that. So when you click on this, guess what? This will be pretty much what it is. You transferring certain S-Class abilities. So let's say I want to swap these S-Class abilities onto a new weapon. I got an austere spear, for example. You will want the S1, S2, S3. Note that when you do this process, you do need to pay attention to what the weapon can hold. For this austere spear, for example, it can hold the S1, S2, S3. For the atlas, it can hold a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I get a click on this weapon, and if I want it to be the main weapon, so it can have the new abilities from my old weapon, I'm going to select the old weapon or wherever my S-Class abilities are. I'm going to do this. Note that when you do this, you are going to delete some of the abilities that are originally on this weapon. So it is at an 8 slot. It's going to take up 3 of these 8 slot abilities. So I'm going to have to select 5 from the original 8. So I'm going to do something like this. And then it's going to warn you and tell you that these 3 abilities are going to get deleted. You can proceed forward. Note when you do this though, it will force that former weapon to go at a lower slot. And then if I want to agree with it, I can hit decide and I can go on with it. But this is not why. I'm not going to do this transaction because I barely use this spear. But that's just to prove my point that you can do this for its original intent. However, there are other ways you can abuse this. And this video is going to show that. So let us use this for an example. Let's say I want to have these 2 abilities transfer onto something else at a higher slot. I can do that, as long as I make sure that the weapon can hold a certain S-Class ability. So what I'm going to do is transfer those two S-Class abilities, the S1 and S2, onto this dim wand. So what I'm going to do is choose the 4th option, go all the way down here to the dim wand, and I will select that 5 slot. Note that when it comes to this process, it doesn't matter what slot number it is. As long as you're able to do the transfer in itself, that is the main goal, the main point, to keep these S-Class abilities. So if I want to transfer this onto this 8 slot, guess what? Not only did I just upgrade that fodder piece or those 2 abilities from a 5 slot to an 8 slot, I'm also keeping them as well. And I'm keeping it at that 8 slot. The only problem is I'm overriding the original abilities, but that's fine. I'm just going to select the 6 out of the 8 original abilities. I get something like this. It is technically at an 8 slot still. I'm gonna agree to this. It's gonna destroy those 2, and guess what? This is now at a 3 slot, but guess what? I don't really care about this particular 13 star, which then I can now sell for X cubes. So I'm gonna agree with this. I'm gonna say yes. It's gonna get decreased. It's gonna cost me 480,000 meseta. I will need to actually trade in some X cubes so I can actually do some of these future exchange. But that is entirely up to you if you want to do something like that. But that is something you can do in-game. And you can use this to your advantage. So if you have certain S-Class abilities you want to work with, then you can get it onto something at a higher slot, which will then allow you to do a normal fix if you still need to tamper around with your weapon and or unit. I will have to make a video talking about this sort of exchange that I'm doing on the screen. Pretty much you going to the X cube shops, trading in a bunch of X cubes, so you can sell it over here for a bunch of grinders. It may not be a lot, but hey look, this is a process that you can stack up on, because if you farm a lot, you get a bunch of X cubes, you can get a bunch of grinders, and then you can sell it and get a fixed income or a fixed meseta. I will make a video talking about fixed meseta. Just to save some time though, I'm gonna put this into my, material storage. Gonna continue doing this exchange. I want to hold on to some of those X cubes because I might need to do, or might need to save them for the 40% that I plan to buy. So that's most of the grinders I'm gonna get. I can always get more because I do farm. So I'm gonna go over here, gonna go to sell items, actually sell items for storage, go to material, go to grinders, and then sell most of these. And yes, I do have a bunch of lambda grinders. I do need to get more grinders, but you saw that I just got an easy 2,300,000-ish. So let's get back over here and let me do that S-Class ability transfer. Let me... What is it? Yes, click on this, and now I can do... That's gonna be out of 3. Agree. And then it's gonna tell you one last time, like, hey, look, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna move those S-Class abilities from this original weapon. That weapon, though, is gonna become a 5-slot. You're overriding, like, 3 other abilities. I'm gonna hit yes. Doesn't matter. Boom. So guess what? With that being said, you can always transfer a certain S-Class ability from a certain weapon that you may not want onto something else. Or let's say you have a very special S-Class ability. If I want to, I could like get some of the S-Class abilities that's on this dim weapon and transfer it over to something else so I can use whatever I need to do with this thing. This is at 35, so I do actually need to manipulate this one. So to prove my point, let me find another dim that's at an 8 slot. No, that's already filled up. Fuck. Let's see. This is not... Yeah, that does not have any S-Class abilities. For example, I kind of did a... Wait, was this a mistake? Yeah, this is kind of a mistake, because the thing with this is that I want... Wait, hold up. Actually, no. I'm going to leave these abilities as they are. Because, like, those are pretty much junk abilities in a way. Some of it's useful, so... I need other junk abilities to kind of get rid of that. Or to save those. So, the goal for this point is to try to get all 3 of these to move. But at the same time, since this is at plus 35, I need to make sure that this stays at an 8 slot. There's a way to actually make sure that you can actually transfer some S-Class abilities that you want with junk S-Class abilities. If you did not understand that, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I just need to find certain abilities that have certain S-Class abilities. So where would I put them? In here? Yes. Now, I don't really care about the Y skill one. I do have Y skill over here, but is that a 2? That is at a 1. So I could get rid of that. And then I can also get rid of that as well. Do I have anything at a low slot? Nope. S3. I thought I had more junk abilities of S-Class stuff. It looks like I do not. That is a slight problem. Okay, offensive intent I can easily get rid of, and I wouldn't care at all for that ability. But now the question is, do I even have S2s and S3s? Photon reduction. These are okay to keep, I think. Green leaf I want to keep. The flash I want to keep. The offense I don't really care about, so I can get rid of that. I do need a... What is it? That's a S1. Alright, so I think I know what I can do with that one. What was that? Red flash. I do need to keep that red flash. That is for a particular formula that I have in mind When I get the weapon, where the fuck are you? I saw you. Where the hell did you disappear to? White, I think red. Where's the S1 red? There we go. So it's on this 6 slot. I'm thinking hard on this damn thing. I do have an S2 ability. This is why you will want to keep junk abilities on you, because if they don't cost as much, you might as well pop them so you can keep other abilities. Now, the question is, do I actually have like a junk? Okay, this one's a junk one. Alright, so what I can do is use this and do a normal fix, a quick normal fix. I just need to find weapons that are at a 6 slot or higher. I think I have some in... that has an S-Class. S3 though. Wait, what am I doing? Shit. Alright, hold up. Need to figure this out. My brain is not working correctly. I got Rainbow's Intent. Yeah, this one, I need to swap it around with this Val over here, because I got a certain S1 that I want. So, this Dim Wand is going to have the Red Flash, Rainbow's Intent. I'm not going to put the Offensive Intent. That's actually going to go to the other weapon. So, that will do this. It is now at an 8 slot. And this is something that I need for my future fix. I need to make sure I lock this as well later. So I'm going to hit next on that. This is going to become a 6 slot now. And then I'm going to hit yes on that. Yeah, it's going to cost me 486. I can easily get that back. And then now I got to lock this Dim Wand. So I know that I don't do anything stupid with this, because this has an expensive as S-Class ability. So I'm going to put that away, so I don't use that by accident. Then now we're going to do a normal fix, so I can slap on a random S2 ability onto that valve that I just made. So... and once again, this point is to demonstrate how you can keep certain abilities, but in exchange of doing this, you will need to have other S-Class abilities to replace the S-Class abilities that's already on something. Once again, if you have any questions, ask in the comments below. Okay, this is pretty much... I could trade that in for X cubes, actually. I think I have some other S6 slots, but... question is it a junk? Nope, I do not have anything like that. I could trade in that allure. I don't need that. Invade. What is it? Invade. It's used for austere. Yeah, I don't need you though. Lemire. Let me continue to look through my fucking storages. There's gotta be something that's not at a high rarity. I can use this. This is... yeah, I can use this, so I'll take one of these. Gonna do a normal fix quickly, which is to get this, hopefully there's a bunch of junk abilities as well. If it does not have junk abilities, then I'm gonna have to manipulate it a bit more, which sucks. Where's the stupid thing? Is this it? Yeah, this is the one that I need to do. So what I'm gonna do is put, alright, I'm gonna use that. I don't know why I had a brain fart. Wait a second, I thought I had something else. Keeping that. I'm not gonna keep this. Oh wait, that's why I want to keep that. It has a fucking glare that I need. Well. God damn it. Alright. I really need to collect more junk weapons. That has a Slayer though. This is pretty much a junk item, and I do not want to use it. That's an Arc's Fever. Fuck it, let's use this thing. So, that took a while for me to go through that process with that 6th slot. You are on a Vow, which is up here. Yes. So, here's a Vow. I'm gonna use one of these best cells, but not with that glare. This one down here. Yeah, with the one with Exceed Energy. And then I'm gonna use this, and then I'm gonna do this. And when I use the pop item, I want to make sure I select that S2 one. So, add Rapture one. And you can see that the S2 is added now. I want to select these. And then I will need to select all these other junk abilities. I don't really need to go any further with this. I am not trying to push this to a 7 slot. And I'm only using 58,000 Meseta. Not as bad. So we're going to go with this. Hit yes. And when I do so, it's going to get these abilities. Now, most of these abilities are junk. I mean, the Y skill can be used, except I would rather keep the Y skill 2 over the Y skill 1. But that's just my opinion. So with that, guess what? If I want to try to get that dim weapon to not have these 3 abilities, I can keep those 3 abilities and trade in junk abilities so I do not destroy it. And where the fuck are you? I just affixed you. Here we go. So, this is going to be the main weapon. This is going to be the abilities that I want to try to fix or like transfer over. It's going to have a giant list of which abilities you could transfer over though. But what I'm going to do is get the Brilliant Ruin, the Medicinal Wisdom, and then Skilled Intent. And then all these other abilities here. And then I'm going to hit next. And then this piece is going to stay at the 8 slot, but have a bunch of junk abilities. So, now if I do destroy that 8 slot, I'm not worried about all those S-Class abilities that it originally had, because now it's on this piece, which I can then use for later. And with this process, this is how you can save S-Class abilities. Now, with you abusing this function for other things, this is going to go up to the point where I talk about SAFs and how you can get certain SAFs onto other pieces. But you still need to do a couple things here and there. So let me transfer this to my premium storage because it has those abilities. And let me talk about this Novel. Now I am going to have to find a bunch of 6 slots again. God damn it. And I am going to have an S4 ability. So we're going to go over here. I'm not gonna use that one. That one's actually pretty fucking good. That's actually increasing in value. Yeah, why is that increasing? It's not like a junk ability anymore. Okay, that is extremely high. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, Rising Pursuit is something, and then this Pursuing Skill. I did not realize I had like 2 of these. And then there's this one as well. Okay, so I might need to try to find some cheap-ass S4 abilities. And before we start this thing as well, let me... what to do. I'm trying to find 6 slots. So where art thou? Where are you? I could use that, but do I want to? It's kind of like a low rarity, and I purposely got it to a 6 slot, so I can use it as a base if need be for any manipulation that I need later. Yeah, let's not use that. Man, I really need to collect more junk weapons. Like, I collect a bunch of unit fodder, but in terms of weapons, I'm like, nah, screw it. But now, here I am sitting on my butt, and I'm like, yeah, I actually need this damn thing. So, I'm gonna most likely use these 2 over here. I can easily get more of those when I do a bunch of ultra hard emergency quests. What I'm gonna do is go and affix this Novel. Now, the Novel has decent abilities, but I can always work with it, and I can easily get like power 6 over there by using SAFs. But the point of me doing this affix is so I can get an S4 ability. A certain and specific S4 ability. So what I'm gonna do, no, I don't want to use you. Where's the particular weapons I pulled? This is a junk, and then I think it was this profound. So I'm gonna use these, and I'm gonna pop the S4, the harmonized rainbow, and I'm gonna do a normal affix. Except I might want to use a 30. Yeah, let me go pull up a 30 or a couple 30s. So I do not purposely decrease the damn slots, because I don't want to have a slight gamble on this. What were we affixing? We were affixing the Novel. So get to do here, get to go to here, go over here. No, it was Union, this one. So get to go over here, get to do this. And then we gotta get to do these affix right here. We are not trying to upslot it. We gotta use a 30. Everything's at 100. Now I got an S4 ability. Guess what? When it comes to certain 15 stars, they have very specific S4 abilities. And when it comes to this one that I'm gonna be transferring, pretty much it's... I might actually need to do something else though. I also need to do this exchange as well. We're gonna do this. We get an exchange to a gun slash. Where are you? Gun slash is up here. Do this exchange. It will eat up a good chunk of these resources, but as long as you desensitize a bunch of 13 stars, you can easily get these. And I also need to unlock the Atlas weapon. What the fuck are you? Wait, you already unlocked. Why the fuck aren't you a selection? Let me put that away. Change category. Oh wait, I think I clicked on the wrong one. It's supposed to be the EX one. There we go. Then I click on this, then I do this exchange, and you can see it's a bunch of materials. I can always get more of them. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna do an S-Class ability transfer. Now, the Novo can have... what is it? The S4 support item. The Atlas Gun Slash actually has a very specific SAF S-Class ability. If I click on it, and if I click on the SAF confirmation, you see it gives me Vampiric Strike. Vampiric Strike can be found on a couple weapons. That was, what is it? It could be found on a couple weapons like the 12-star Chainsword, the 10-star Elder Pain, and then the 14-star Elder Omega Pain. I think there's one more weapon that I did not talk about that actually has Vampiric Strike. But guess what? This Gun Slash can give you an SAF S-Class of a Gun Slash. I mean, of a Vampiric Strike. So guess what? If there's a weapon that can actually hold the S4 ability, what I can do is do an S-Class ability transfer. But you might be wondering, wait a second, Morph, why did I go out of my way to actually get this thing? It's so I don't need to reaffix this motherfucker. I understand that even if S-Class abilities can help you get from a 7 slot to an 8 slot, and if you haven't seen that video where I did a live demonstration with that, it's a pain in the butt. It's a huge pain in the butt to get to an 8 slot without a huge affix weak to back you up. But 15% is the highest that you can use. But even then, there's still a margin of error, and you're gambling with 4 other abilities that are not at 100% when it comes to you pushing for that, unless you use a lot of high and rare success ability boosters. But I advise you not to do that, because what you're trying to do is just get it to the slot number that you need it to get it to. Unless you're doing a bunch of affixes, like good final affixes from a 7 slot to an 8 slot, but that's a gamble in itself as well, because you can't really control most of those percentages unless they're all SAFs. And if you have a high ability success rate booster. And if you did not understand a word of that, don't worry about it. So pretty much, yes, I'm going to transfer that Vampiric Strike alone onto this sword. So what I'm going to do, click on this. I'm going to click on... wait, no, reverse. I need to click on this, and then I'm going to click on this, and you can see that I can select the Vampiric Strike. Now, when I do this, I am going to keep this at an 8 slot, but instead of that Vampiric Strike, I'm going to have that Junk S4. Guess what? Oh shit, it's going to cost a lot too if you do this. So let me go and get some money from my Visa phone. And I'm also gonna say this. It does eat up a good chunk of meseta, but I say it's worth it, so you don't need to try to gamble and try to up slot to 8 slot. And you keep the slot number that you're aiming for. So if I do something like this, hit next, and then I want to do something like this, hit next. Yeah, these aren't good final fixes. I need to rework that. Like, yeah, the elegant power is actually high up there, but, you know, I actually have some spare ones I can use, and I don't really mind doing it. So now, guess what? This Nova has an S4, and if I don't want to keep this S4 onto this Nova and put it onto something else that can hold an S4, then I can easily ability transfer this to whatever weapon that I'm trying to get it to transfer to. But guess what? Because I did this specific action, if I really want to get the S4 again on that 15 star at an 8 slot, I can. All I need to do is actually go through an affix with an 8 slot, and then get it to that slot. So, oh, this thing has a soul catalyst? Huh. Why the fuck are you in my inventory? Oh yeah, because I was gonna put like some S-Class abilities on you. Yeah, no, we don't need to use you. Yeah, actually I don't really need a soul catalyst because I have like a SAF of the Astral Soul on the weapon, on the Union and stuff. So let's do a quick affix. It's not gonna be anything grand. I need an 8 slot. That's what I was thinking. And that's a S-Class ability. This does not. This is at a 14 star though. That has a S-Class ability. This does not. Why do I have you? You give a Mark Angra, but you also have Divine Will. Alright, so I don't need that Mars, so we're going to use that as an affix piece. We're going to go over here, do an add ability, go to this Atlas over here. We're going to go and, what is it? Use these two over here. Do this affix. Don't use anything. I got 30% on me, so we're going to get all that. We get to delete that harmonizer. Once again, you are purposely doing this sort of action, but if it doesn't have a lot of worth behind it, then you don't need to worry about it. And then I'm gonna fine tune this so it got power 3. It's gonna have, I don't know, a bunch of junk ass abilities on it. Basic stuff. Gonna use a 30, everything's at 100. Boom. Now guess what? I have another S4. Guess what? If I have another weapon that can hold an S4 ability, I can transfer this S-Class over there as long as I have something to replace this and then do the same thing over and over again. This is why you would want to have multiple weapons, because you can actually farm out or just get multiple dupes of that certain S-Class onto other weapons. That's how this is why you would want to farm maybe extra 15 stars, get a bunch of extra Atlas's EX and some Puros and Stills and some other ones, just because certain weapons do give certain other S-Class abilities. When it comes to the Still, I already made a video talking about it, but my header in the description. But if you read the description for the Still SAF, you can see that it's very specific. Well, no, not that one. Wait, what did it click on? Yeah, it's supposed to be this. Oh wait, no, it's Deliberate. Duh. Okay, so I confused that. Scratch that. You don't need to watch a damn video on the Still. It's Deliberate one. They have a very specific SAF. As you can see here with Deliberate Lance, it says after Just Guard gear consumption reduced to 0 for 50-second, boost damage by 2%, wired lance only. Guess what? There's no other weapon that would have this. And just to make sure, or just to show you guys, like if I type it up on the Visa phone and say like S5 unrivaled parry. It's going to take me to that ARX Visa phone. You can find it in the description below. And if I click on, or if I type in S5 Unrivaled, guess what? Here it is. And hopefully that did not fuck up my recording device thing. But as you can see, the only weapon that can give you that certain S-Class is this Liberate Lance. And the Liberate, well, is it both? Let me check that. And the Lance does it too? Let's see. Oh, I guess it is. Some of these weapons are giving certain S-Class abilities. Oh, and also, apparently some of these light weavers can do the same thing too, from what I'm staring at. Very handy device if you want to figure out some stuff. Didn't know that the light weavers can give some certain S-Class abilities. Think, what, one of them is... Let me just fix that. The Liberate Lance can give that. The Liberate... Wait, what? Hold up. That's Unrivaled Parry. And that's... What, this thing over here. And then it's also on that Wire Lance, but I didn't see the Wire Lance listed when I was staring at that. Where are you? No, go back. Yeah, if I go over here, it has that same thing, but I don't see it on that list. Huh. But it does say that the Light Weaver also have this as well. Wait a second, what? I'm confused. This is the Wired Lance, yes, and then the Partisan is a Partisan, but it's not listed. Anyways, let me look at that, this thing over here and see if it has that same thing. Yeah, it has it as well. Does this have it? No, I don't think so. It's something different. So, yeah, there are certain SAFs on certain weapons. It just depends on how you want to manipulate certain things. But that's the point of you going through that entire process, is so you can clone them, so you can mass produce them onto other stuff. So if I want to have more S4 Vampiric Strikes, what I can do is put these Vampiric Strikes on these other weapons that can hold the S4, and when I find a better weapon that can have an S4 ability, like this Ire, for example, the Ire weapon, you can get a bunch of Ires compared to the Lightbringer one, or the Dark Banisher one, but no. You can get a bunch of Dark Banishers, but you can only get one Light Weaver for now. They might change that later in the future, because this does have a bunch of S-Class abilities. And I mean, if you want to put an S4 in here, you can. But if you want to put the S4 onto these things, because you can get multiple Dark Banishers, Ire weapons, then yeah, you can. But this is how you can abuse this function, so you can mass produce this SAF onto other S-Class ability. And to wrap up this video, let me show you guys how you can put S-Class ability easily on a finalized weapon. So, what I have is pretty much, what is it? The Sky Dance Boon. I want to put that onto the current unit set that I'm using on this character, which is my Liberate unit. Now, to do this, I could do a lot of ways. I could just easily slap it onto this piece and affix it, but no, I'm not going to do that, because that's going to be me going through the entire fixing process. Is, as you can see, I already got like finalized affixes on here, like Astral Soul, Ethifactor, Mana Rev, Crack 5, and Grand Stamina. I'm going to lose that Grand Stamina if I fix this again. I'm going to have another Crack 5, another one or two of them to try to get certain percentages. Mana Reverie, there's no Reverie receptor, so I will need to actually make this again. And to try to get Astral and Ethifactor to transfer, I need a Soul Receptor and a Factor Receptor. And that's a gamble in itself, because then I'm stuck with like 10% when it comes to that transfer. So you don't really want to fix this damn thing. But there's a way around this. I'm going to use this 13 star. leg piece. This leg piece can hold an S8 ability. What I'm gonna do is affix this first. We have a bunch of random stuff. So I'm gonna go over here and put... Alright, that's junk. That's junk. So I'm gonna put some junk abilities on this. I'm purposely doing this so I can get the S-Class ability onto this junk 13-star leg piece. And you have to be careful because if you don't do it on the correct one, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to redo something or I need to rethink it. So we're gonna click on what? These. Yeah, I could do that one instead. And then I'm gonna do this S8. Gonna have it like this. I'm just gonna push it because I can. Because why not? It's not gonna cost as much. So I'm gonna do this, and guess what? Now I can try to do this S-Class ability transfer. So I'm gonna select this piece over here. I'm gonna say yes, and then I'm gonna select this leg piece. Gonna select the Skydance Boom, carry over all my abilities that I have originally. Then over here, I'm just gonna leave it at the S5, and it has the the S8 PP up. So I'm gonna let this go through. It's gonna only cost me 60,000. It's not gonna eat up any passes whatsoever. And we are done. Now I have Skydance Boom on my unit piece. So that's pretty much it with this video and you manipulating with the S-Class ability transfer. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And if you want a one-on-one conversation, I do have a Discord. You can look in the description for that. I can explain it to you guys that this is how you keep S-Class abilities. This is how you can easily transfer S-Class abilities onto something that's already finalized. You just need to know how to manipulate them properly so you don't lose them. And also, once again, when it comes to getting certain abilities from certain weapon S-Class abilities, you can abuse it because you just need to toy around with it to the point where it's like, okay, this is going to stay at the slot number that I want it at, so I can personally use it, but also use it as a machine, as a way to generate all these certain S-Class abilities I want, because this is the weapon series that can do certain things. All you need to do is figure out what S-Class ability a weapon series have, and this is why you would want multiple copies of 15 stars, compared to like some of the older ones. Or, I mean the lower ones, like 14 stars and 13 stars. But that's just my opinion as well with that last statement. Thank you guys for watching though. Once again, if you have any questions, put it down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.